ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। We saw Sri Ramakrishna dancing in ecstatic way, in ecstasy, being in ecstasy. He is singing and dancing, coming down from meditation. When a man has excessive joy, beyond limits, he starts dancing. Similarly, we can see the children in their own joy playing and dancing. The inner expression of joy is poured out, just as an angry man throws the vessels and all to bring out or to compensate or to silence the inner anger. He is putting out what is inside. Similarly, a man who is in ecstatic state of love of God, the bliss and joy he enjoys within, that when it goes beyond the limits of one's own control, he starts dancing. Even otherwise, we see ordinary pains. Suppose a vehicle hits or a finger is hammered, how we dance about small things, unable to bear the pain. Similarly, what would happen in the emotional upsurge, which is beyond the human control to express? So this expresses out as the spontaneous dance, and the dance is far, far away from the human dances that we see. These are all trained, and it imitates the original. Even the singing is spontaneous. We can see all birds making sound here and there, all animals making sound. When they get angry, how they behave, how they express their anger with various varieties of sound. You can see the animals, birds, and singing also. Singing is also those who do not have a language at all. They also enjoy, make some kind of dhvani, the expression of inner pathos, suppose. And suppose it is a joyful inner state. They make a beautiful sounds. So express it. There will not be any language at all. Similarly is the dancing and singing of the inner upsurge of the joy and peace that cannot be expressed. So it happens, and the spontaneity with which it comes, the natural movements are almost recorded like it is matching with the nature. It moves with the nature. Human has a intelligence, buddhi. So that intelligence can comprehend the principles behind it. Suppose a man, we constantly see a few people dancing in ecstasy, then we know what are the movements that happens when a person is under the expression, is in the state of ecstatic love of God, or he is expressing his inner joy. And totally I can design a way in which I can bring out or create that mood within me. The emotions make movements, and movements can make back the emotions. This making the systematic way of bringing things into our own motion becomes a practice of dance. The systemization first to be reached is directly with our own efforts or in our own natural way, nature. Now I want to become again tuned to the nature. When I am tuned to the nature, forgetful of the rest of the things, I express in a particular way. I can create that same mode of being one with nature either through singing or dancing. So these are the expressions. When the mind goes beyond the limits of nature, enters into the realm transcendental, then everything becomes silent. Again, when it starts coming below the subliminal level, above the subliminal level, it goes, I am able to perceive something of the nature, I am able to perceive something of the external world. Then slowly I come down from that state of being totally immersed, unaware of my own existence. When I am coming to little, then it starts dancing in joy. That joy which is experienced in the depths, the ocean of bliss, he was floating as bliss, and now he is coming down to the normal consciousness. When a person is coming to the normal consciousness, we see him dancing, and when he reaches the normal consciousness, he continues to sing. Because singing is possible only when it is below the samadhi sthiti, very much low, very low. These are the first steps to enter into the transcendental realm. Dhyana. Dhyana begins after the dharana state. I am able to place my mind in a perfect way, unshakable, in a way I can nidhaya, dhyana, to place it when I am able to place it, I am able to place, the I is there, placing is there, then it is dharana. Dharana, I am still aware of the external world in my own way. May not be I am not indulging in it, I am not expressing, I am not moving about, I am not grasping of the world, but it remains in my awareness as the world is still there. Then dharana state is I am aware of the world but uninvolved, totally uninvolved. Then as the dharana becomes deeper and deeper, I forget the world. World totally different, dissolves from my consciousness, disappears from my consciousness. I am not at all aware. Just like I enter into sleep, there is no world. The moment dhyana begins, when I am slightly aware of the bodily existence, but of zero of the world. External world is not at all known to me. The inner world is becoming so bright. The inner world, form of the devata or something, my love is flowing out in a state, and I am in dharana sthiti. Dharana is maturing into dhyana. When I am unaware of my own bodily existence totally, I have entered into dhyana. Dhyana is very high state where we are unaware of the external world and of our own bodily existence. Then we enter slowly to the deeper levels of consciousness. From Manomaya Kosha, we are entering into Vijnanamaya Kosha. After entering into Vijnana Kosha, nothing. We are not only unaware of the world, we can never become the like in dream. I am asleep, but the reflections of dream, waking state are continuing in the dream state. Reflections of the waking state, which is stored in my memory, are going to play a drama in my dream state. The reflections are there. Those also won't be there. So depth it is. It is as deep or deeper than your deep sleep. In deep sleep, there won't be dream. So deep sleep level, when you go consciously traveling the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, you are entering into Vijnanamaya, then in Vijnanamaya, you are losing totally. Even the mind won't be there. Mind merges in the Buddhi. Buddhi with Pancha Jnanendriyas alone are there. Buddhi is there to recognize and understand. It sees. It wants to see. The Ishtadev Sankalpa is there. Ego is also moving with as a part, inseparable part of the Buddhi. Buddhi contains the whole system. Buddhi is the leading and recognizing. Without Buddhi, you cannot recognize, cognize. Cognition is possible with Buddhi alone. So Buddhi remains still the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi it dissolves. So how the the Samadhi Avastha, Ardha Bahya Avastha, half is unaware totally, and Bahya Avastha is. Sri Ramakrishna is coming from the meditation, playing with the mother in the transcendental realm. He is coming down to the normal state of consciousness. This we see here, Sri Ramakrishna coming down and prays to the Divine Mother and shows how to pray to the Divine, how to call on Divine Mother. Here the author beautifully presents. Now and then he said, after a long time he stood up from meditation. Then now and then he said, "O Mother," now and then he said, not once. "O Mother, destroyer of all suffering, remover of grief and agony." Was he teaching the people thus to pray to the Divine Mother of the universe with a yearning heart in order to get rid of the suffering inevitable in physical life? We are in the world with the physical body, in the physical world, and our physical life is continuing. Spiritual life is entirely different from physical life. We have to move about in the world. So we differentiate temporarily in the beginning, secular life and then spiritual life. Then we convert the secular life into spiritual life by spiritualizing every act of ours, every thought of ours, every feeling of ours. We are slowly spiritualizing. Means dematerializing. Material aspect is being removed from that. When does it happen? By kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva, all the three are eliminated. I am knowledge. I know. Jnatritva is I am separate from the knowledge. In transcendental realm, when in samadhi, I am the knowledge. I am viewing. The Triputi dissolves in samadhi. The knower, known, and the knowing. The process of the known is the object, knower is the subject, and the process of knowing. This is Triputi. The Triputi dissolves. Triputi dissolves to remain one there. That is the Nirvikalpa when Triputi dissolves. One reality. I am that knowledge. I am one with the absolute existence. It is like a river has entered into ocean to be ocean forever. It spreads itself to become the ocean. So here we see the whole process. Now, when coming down is coming to the level of human existence. What do we all want seeking? Every jiva is seeking three important things. I want to be happy. I want peace. I want freedom. These three things. Sukha, Shanti, and Swatantriyata. These three things are every jiva. When bird is sitting, go near, it flies off. No, I don't want. Don't catch me. Don't hold me. I want to be free. I want to be free. Every soul, a child doesn't want to move with its parents. It wants to be free. So every insect is seeking this freedom. Just try to touch one worm. It almost struggles to run away. It says, Sukham me bhuya, dukkham me ma bhuhu. May I get the joy. Don't give me suffering. I don't want suffering. I don't want bondage. I don't want suffering. And I want peace. Where is that peace? Peace that transcends all limitations and stands eternally with us. Where is that peace? Only we can get it within, in the Atman alone. Atman alone, the peace abides. So that peace, to get back that peace which we have lost, the struggle. When I talk to Westerners or any other, even normal people, they say, I don't have peace. I have everything. I have wealth, I have children, I have family. All things are there. God has given me health also, but there is no peace. I want peace. Let all these things go away. I want peace. So man struggles for that peace. So these three are constantly. I don't want dukkha. I don't want absence of peace. I don't want bondage. This is what Thakur is showing how to pray to Divine Mother. Oh, you are the destroyer of suffering. Remove my suffering forever. No more suffering. That's what how do we attain this? That is the asato ma satkamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma mritangamaya. We are in the realm of asat. It appears to be there, just like in dream. Why do we call this as asat? Only when we see it is really not there. How do we differentiate between Sat and Asat? It is Trikala Abhadita. It should not be abstracted. The three, now this book is there, this chair is there, I am here. They were not there a few years back. And it is here now, it will not be there after a century. A century before, nothing of this existed. Perhaps not even this tree with which the wood chair is made. There was only mud and mud alone. I too was not there. Now it is there. In future it won't be there. Can we call this as existence, which appears and disappears? So everything is a passing show without a reality. Reality is pervading it. Reality is supporting it. But it is not there. Exactly like mind is supporting the dream. In dream, what is the support? Mind alone. Mind has become the dream world. All things what you see in dream, Kalpanika Jagat. Swapna is Kalpanika Jagat, but it looks real. I see a horse, I see a cow, I see a man, I see Sukha Dukha. People are suffering and enjoying. All is mind. One mind is appearing as many. So except mind, nothing is there, but is appearing. This form, Nama, Rupa, Kriya. Three things are going on. Guna. Nama you can take as guna. Nama, Rupa, Karma. Action is there, qualities are there. If you remove that, these are all appearances. One object, God is appearing, mind is appearing as a dream world. Here God is appearing as a physical world. The moment you separate from the body and look at it, you will get the Vishwarupa. God immanent everything. Everything is God and God alone. Every human being, every living being looks like a burning lamp. The inner light is seen, the Chaitanya is seen. Here, the Sat aspect is seen, Chit aspect is not seen. Sat Chittananda, the Brahman. Sat is seen, Chit is not seen. Ananda, it's in its own Ananda, and it gives Ananda sometimes to some people who are one with it. It fails to give in these other situations. I may, a sweetmeat may be giving joy to me when eating. Suppose a person was liking this and I was feeding that person, is no more. The same sweet brings me, suppose my own child used to like a particular sweet. I too used to enjoy. But when my child is no more, when that sweet comes, it's the same sweet is giving me dukkha. It was the source of sukha one day. So Ananda is according to our viewing, we see the Ananda. In living beings, we see the Chitta also, consciousness. In every living being, you can see Chit. In matter, you can see Satta, but not Chit. So, the Satchidananda is not visible totally anywhere. And where can you find? Turn inward and dive within. And then you will know, after transcending the limitations within, when you project out and come to then you will see, oh, the world that you are seeing has disappeared. God alone is there. Once, if a blind man gets the vision, he understands what you are speaking about, light and colors. Only once. Otherwise, he is in eternal darkness. He can never know what light is if he is a blind person. So, blind person can never understand what is light. There is no chance of knowing it also for him. He asks, what is light? Can't explain also what is light. What he can perceive cannot, with what senses he is perceiving, light cannot be understood. He has all the other 4 sense organs, but no eyesight. So without eyesight, he can never understand what is light. It will be only words. What is God is only words yet for us. Once we go inside, transcend the barrier of mind and go beyond and come back, we see the divine. In every object, everywhere, except God, nothing exists. So this viewing, this understanding is what is expected of all of us. Now, what are we expecting? Unending joy, unending peace, unending love from God. Only God can give us unending love. Otherwise, it is intermittent here and there, expressing and shining and going away. Love that we get in the world. And then, this seeking, Sri Ramakrishna, is how to seek it from God. Only God can give us peace, eternal bliss, eternal joy, eternal freedom. Only God. And how to approach? Sri Ramakrishna, O destroyer of suffering, grief, remover of grief and agony. What I don't want, if you remove this, the truth is saying. If you remove the worldly view, if the suffering is removed forever, if bondage is removed forever, you are Atman. With Atma Jnana alone it is removed. Oh Mother, remove. So, was he teaching people to pray to Divine Mother with a yearning heart in order to get rid of the suffering inevitable in physical life? Sri Ramakrishna returned to his room and sat on the west porch. Rakhal M. Nakur Vaishnav and other devotees were with him. Nakur had been known to the master for about 25 years. Imagine, 25 years means almost his sadhana period also he must have been there. He was devotee of Gauranga, had a small shop which Sri Ramakrishna had often visited when he first came to Calcutta from Kalmarpukur. What could be how much blessed they are, you see, for God to visit a small shop he is having from Kamarpukur while coming to Calcutta in the early days. Used to visit that shop. Maybe some sweetmeat shop or something where he can get water or a little shade for some time. He was a devotee of Gauranga, had a small shop. Gauranga is Vaishnava by his existence, that is in the bodily existence. We are all related to God in some form or other, which reflects in our lineage in which we are born. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.